Dear future me, or maybe, dear anyone who still cares. My name is Raka. I'm 13 years old. I live in a crowded city full of noise, food stalls, motorcycles, and the loud, invisible fear no one likes to talk about. I go to school every morning with my head down, not because I'm shy, but because I don't want to make eye contact with the man who sits on the corner of the mini market. He has a cigarette in his mouth and a stare that dares you to walk past without handing over coins. Some people call them abang parkir. Others call them something worse. I call them the men who scare my mom. She always checks her wallet twice before parking. She whispers, "Just give it, biar aman." They're everywhere, by the traffic light, on narrow alleys, even outside school gates. Some wear vests, some don't, but they all have the same power, the power of fear. And the worst part? Adults pretend like it's normal. I used to think they were just poor people asking for money, but then I saw something. One day, my uncle argued with one of them for demanding money even when he parked his own motorbike. That man didn't shout. He just made a phone call. 10 minutes later, 3 other guys came, faces hard as stone. My uncle stayed quiet after that. He gave the money, and we left in silence. That's when I understood. This wasn't just poverty. This was a system, a chain of threats dressed like street help. Some say they're connected to powerful people, politicians, gangs, even the police. They call them anjing politik, the ones used to bark, bite, and disappear when it's convenient. But why do we, the people, have to live among dogs trained to control us? I don't hate them. I'm scared of them. And I'm angry that fear is something I've learned to live with. I'm just a kid. I want to go to school, buy snacks, walk around town without checking who's watching. Sometimes I sit by my window and think, where is the country that's supposed to protect us? Not the country on posters or in speeches, the real one. The one that lets these people stand on every corner like they own the street. Maybe they think it's just a small problem, just a few coins. But fear is never small. It grows. It follows you. It changes how you live. So I write this letter to you, future me. I hope you're living in a city where the streets are safe, where you can walk without feeling watched, where your mom doesn't have to give money just to avoid a scene. I hope you see premanism not as something biasa, but something berbahaya. I hope no child ever feels like silence is the safest answer. Maybe one day, the only people on the corners will be musicians, artists, and smiling vendors, not men with threats in their eyes. Maybe one day you'll walk these same streets and feel peace instead of pressure. That's the future I dream of. Not a rich future, not a perfect one, just a future without fear. Sincerely, Raka.